Many instances, for example, somebody telling me, knows I'm married, knows I'm just being like, we're having a conversation, I'm just being nice. And then in an official setting, you're asking me a question like, what turns you on? I'm like, you will never, if the tables were turned, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I never told you that, because, cause problem. If the tables were turned, you do.
Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Brunch and Banter. My name is Chimezie, co-host as usual, and I have my co-host as well and wife.
Hi guys, Aigbeme. I want to bring energy, but you say I'm doing the most. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's too early. We'll quarrel later. And we have two great guests. As you can tell from the resemblance, it's a family edition of Brunch and Banter. My brother, Dr. Chijioke.
Doctor is not part of my name. My name is
You're a
just...
doctor. You should wait.
Like, put some respect on your name. Yeah.
You went to school for 7 years. I went for 4. And the specialist
6, 7 makes it sound like I failed and repeated a class.
Yeah,
But thank you.
Okay. I thought it was
Medicine
7 years.
is 6 years and 1 year
1 year housemanship.
housemanship. Yeah.
So
So it's 7 now, because housemanship is internship. You're
and you
still
cannot be a
learning.
doctor until you do your handmanship.
Ah.
When you're getting paid, who gets paid to go to school?
Oh, okay. Got it.
People do IT, industrial attachment.
And they get
Mhm,
paid.
yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Fair enough.
And he's accompanied by his lovely wife.
Inem in the building. VIP guest.
Dude, I'm sure typing you.
Well,
Please drink
smoke.
water. Drink
We
water.
should talk about our adventures, because we've had some very interesting adventures. When we were in New York,
Oh, God.
I went to that club.
Oh, the
But
club
yeah.
scene in New York.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be an interesting episode.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
different
yeah,
from
yeah.
episodes you've watched before. And what can I say? Sit back, relax, enjoy the spread, the banter, the conversations. Let's do it. Maybe. I think our viewers would like to know what's on the table, because it's a very interesting spread.
Very, very interesting.
Your guests want to know as well.
All right, cool. So, as usual, we have a brand new spread. Every episode, a new spread. What have we got on the table today? Where should I start from?
Mhm.
Okay, it's a very
Start with
Nigerian spread. Everything here is from our home country, Nigeria.
Actually.
Yeah, it's food that.
Give me that salad.
Oh, okay. Well, salad is
Universal.
worldwide, universal. So we have like a veggie salad, just a bunch of veggies, just all mixed up together. Really simple salad. Then we have grilled pork bites. We have jollof rice.
Nigerian
Everything was
jollof.
smoky
Very
jollof rice. I burnt this jollof rice in like 10 minutes so that
You know, the aroma alone made me know that we had jollof rice on the table.
the smoke will enter. And then coconut rice with shrimp and smoked mackerel, fish in it, and some grilled chicken that
Grilled by who?
marinated by me, grilled by my
Your sous
assistant chef that I don't pay any money to, but assists me in the kitchen. And then pepper soup, which is really spicy with
Nice.
like assorted meat. And then I have grilled turkey, fried plantain that we call dodo. That's Chimezie fried. Guys, she fried it. Thank you. Semo, that's Inem. I'm giving credit to so this was really a collaboration.
Family, yeah.
Collaboration. And then we have like a watermelon grapefruit salad that Chimezie also chopped up and almost made. And then egusi soup. Everything else was made by me.
Can you just pretend that I made the egusi soup so it will be like I contributed?
No, he didn't make anything, I can't lie. But he washed a lot of plates that we used to cook, which deserves credit. It's not easy to wash plates, guys. Very complicated. I knew that when he was watching plates, my mom was like, the world has changed though.
Yeah.
My mom was in the kitchen as we were prepping for this podcast. She said the world has changed though because he had said, I was not, my son has not watched plate. So that kind of brings us back.
Just watch it.
Did you?
Sometimes.
I think so. I remember.
But it was rare for like dads to do
Yeah.
stuff around
Very
the
rare.
house.
Today, we were preparing the spread. I even yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was carrying things, washing things, cutting things.
Yeah.
Then
You
Popsi
do
just
that.
go to the market, buy goat. That's the end of his Christmas food consumption. Once they kill that goat and they cut it, it's done.
Yeah, what was
it's
that?
ready.
And it's like on almost every family. I don't know if your dad helped out. I feel like your dad would.
My dad helped.
Yeah, your dad feels very modern.
Yes. He still does actually.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not surprised that your dad was very hands-on. My dad was not even. Yeah,
Typical African father.
yeah, typical African.
A very avid supporter of the patriarchy.
Who is?
The typical African father
Yeah, typical African
Of
father.
of the previous generation.
Of
of that generation.
of our father.
Of course, things have changed.
Before feminism came.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember I am also a feminist. We are
I
feminists.
said, let me tell.
Yeah.
Let me say it.
Would-
I'm glad.
Don't ask me. I'm feminist.
So talk now.
Don't worry.
No.
Don't you believe in a feminist? So are you only a feminist to my front and then behind my back?
No.
you're not a
Chimezie is a feminist. I'm also a feminist, but I like to define
your own family.
what feminism is.
I said I'm a
Okay,
feminist.
define it
She said,
now.
No.
But
I must be feminist.
Thank you. I align more closely with Chimezie.
Okay, so define it. Let's
Yeah,
hear.
No.
Very sorry, what's in the drinks?
Oh yeah.
Okay, one of that is like screwdriver. The orange ones is just vodka and orange juice with a little bit of mint and orange slices. Then in the other lighter ones is a gin and tonic with lemon juice.
You said screwdriver.
Jonathan.
Yeah, screwdriver is vodka and orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inem has targeted that screwdriver. now.
Please define
Inem has
your
targeted that screwdriver.
define your feminist.
Oh, so feminism to me is
That point, girl.
basically advocating and supporting
Sorry.
the rights of women to be equal.
So I always say that I am a feminist, but because I think sometimes people think that when we talk about feminism, we think that we're saying that women and men are the same.
Thank you.
No.
And I'm not. I've never said women and men are I don't think women and men are the same. I'm a feminist, but I'm not carrying bags or doing any physical labor. I'm not taking out the trash. I'm not going to the fuel station to buy petrol.
I'm not changing the car
I'm not changing the car tires. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm sorry, because you're a man, you are stronger. Use your strength. So you are physically stronger than me. So do the things that require physical strength. And as a woman, I'm just clean. I don't want my body to be dirty.
Oh, so you are saying
There you
So I don't want to carry trash bags.
Can you give me just a
Yes.
second?
Yeah.
So yeah, I know I paused everybody, because I want to say something profound. And then viewers are probably wondering when
Food appear
1
on the
second there
table.
was no food. 20 minutes. Everybody's eating. But I think I wanted to talk about feminism. She was asking whether I'm a feminist. When Aigbeme and I were having this discussion, not arguments. Please, no arguments. I was very insistent that I was a humanist because I feel like that is the proper thing. Let all humans, irrespective of gender, be accorded the same respects and opportunities and privileges.
Yeah.
But she instead that, well, no, she convinced me to be a feminist, because of the feminism thing.
No, because of the historical context around women and the injustice and sufferings that women have experienced. That's why I'm like, it's not enough to say you're a humanist, because there technically, well, as far as I know, I might be wrong, or maybe the times are changing, I don't know, but there hasn't historically been a male subjugation issue. So men in the past would decide when women could vote. In the 1950s, 1960s, a woman was relegated to the home, in the kitchen. She wasn't seen as an equal. Even till today, you see that imbalance in the advancement of women in certain roles. And it's not because the right candidates aren't there. It's the opportunities that women are given. And I work in the corporate sector, and I sit in and I speak to certain really senior female leaders, and they say, in order to be taken seriously, there was one thing a really senior female leader said to me that it just shook me. She said sometimes she's sitting in a room and these men are having conversations and she wants to express her own view. Rather than just express the view, she said, you know what? I read an article last weekend on, she will now name like a premium publication and now say what she wants to say. She didn't read an article. She just needs to put the context that what I'm saying
it's not just
my
from
opinion,
her.
not just from me.
Yeah.
But I have to quote a source that these men respect in order for them to hear me.
Yeah, I see.
And that only happens to women. Men don't do that.
No, they
The
don't need
reason
to.
women have to find these tips and tricks to be heard in certain spaces is because there's still that level of disrespect and they don't have the same. And we may minimize it and say, oh, they can say whatever they want to say, etc, etc. But the reality is, and I've also experienced it personally, the reality is, as a woman, sometimes you're overlooked. There are many things that women cannot get away with in certain spaces that men get away with on a regular. That is what I was saying to you. It's not enough to say you're a humanist. Because the problem is not a human problem. It's a female problem, which is why I'm leaning into the word feminism. Is fighting for equal opportunity for women, not for all humans, because men already have opportunity. That's my submission. Thank you.
Okay. Two things about that.
Okay.
First of all, a question. What would have happened in this context, this example you gave, if she hadn't mentioned any article and she just gave her opinion? What would have happened, realistically?
Most likely, it would have been glossed over.
But how do you know that?
Because
it's been happening.
It's her experience.
So she's actually giving her opinion,
yes,
and it was glossed over.
And it was consistently. So she had to go and find tips and tricks to use in those rooms and
those
spaces,
settings, so that she can be heard. Yeah.
Because anytime she just offers her opinion, it's almost like, and this is not a junior person.
No,
this is someone that is in a room with her peers.
But a follow-up question.
And it's not like she's not good at her job. You don't understand.
A follow-up question. How do we know that her opinion was glossed over because of her gender? Because if a man had given his opinion and it was glossed over repeatedly, you would attribute it to maybe they don't respect his competence, his knowledge, or whatever. You would find an excuse. I'm not saying that she's not competent. I'm just saying you need to have evidence that it was her gender that was the deciding factor.
Her gender was the deciding factor because, and I say this with so much passion because I've experienced this so many times. We are in meetings or settings that's male dominated. I'm the only woman, or maybe we're two women. And I'm saying something, I'm making a point. And then somebody just interrupts, usually a guy. And he says the exact same thing I just said. And after I say, they'll be like, well, we're not sure. He says the exact same thing I just said. Maybe he has one or two adjectives. Like, oh, that's a good point. Bruh, I just said that. Like, let's be serious. I actually before, I didn't have the bravery to remind people, excuse me, this is the point I just made.
Yeah.
But now I don't I'm like, I've been through too much. I'm 40 plus. I cannot sit down here and be allowing somebody steal my idea to my taste.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is exactly what I just said, guys. They're like, oh, really? They don't even hear you. Do you understand? So even though I just said it, they don't. That's why when she said this thing to me, she's like, look, the further you go in your career, you will get to a place where you have to realize that if you don't use certain techniques, these people will not hear what you're saying. And the only thing, and then you will hear a guy give a very stupid idea. They'll say, oh, that's brilliant. You should try that. And then you're like, and then as a woman, if you now come in and you're now breaking it down, you have to come in with so much knowledge and integrity and sense to shred that idea, to make that guy look really foolish. Then the guy feels embarrassed. Then they look at you like, okay, oh, she must be a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, the idea was stupid. And I'm not even trying to be, it's not about men. I don't want it to seem like men versus women, but the reality is that even in the spaces where you think women have the opportunities, even if the woman, maybe there's a boardroom and there's one woman, that woman has to fight really hard to be heard. That's the reality. There's no, and it's because she's a woman. It's not because of any other reason. It's not because she's not as smart. It's not because she's not accomplished. It's only because she's a woman. That's the fact. Anybody can challenge me, but it's the fact.
It's fact. You know how they say women, oh, we are emotional, we think with our emotions. She needed those facts to prove to those people that, see, I'm coming with facts. I'm not just talking from the back of my head that, okay, we should do this, we should do that. She needed the facts so that she could be heard in those rooms. Men don't need to do that. They'll just come
No, that's not true.
No,
That's
okay.
There are several meetings that also, and a man gives a stupid opinion, and people are like, "This was mental. Like this was supposed to be this company." So we say,
same here.
I mean, you're in a professional setting. You have to come with your facts and data. You cannot. You have to put your best foot forward. So I don't know if it's a female thing or a male thing, because I've worked with a number of male bosses before, senior women, and I saw how they were respected and how their contributions were valued in organizations. So I don't know. I'm not,
But it might be feminism that allowed that to happen.
Exactly.
Because in my organization, for example, where I work, some of the most senior people are women, and they are super respected, like very well respected, very well regarded. Most of them are in positions of power, one way or another. So, but this is anecdotal evidence, and it doesn't invalidate the experiences people have had.
Yeah.
Let me give you a quick example of just the difference. I mean, maybe it's also the way boys are raised versus how girls are raised. I don't know. But there's an empty confidence that some men have. I was interviewing for a role once, right? I interviewed a girl and a guy, about the same age, about the same number of years of experience, same industry, really similar CVs. The girl comes into the interview extremely knowledgeable, but I could feel her second guessing herself every time I ask a question. She's like, well, I think, but then she would, even in her demeanor of nervousness, she would just blow my mind. I'm like, I have to tell her, I'm like, you're extremely brilliant. You need to have more confidence in yourself. She was like, oh, okay. So she was so uncertain.
Yeah.
Then let me finish. Then the guy walks in. Actually, he will talk like with bravado and everything. Yes, exactly. You know, I'm not looking at him. Okay, so, but he's not answered my question, right? And then I interviewed the guy after I interviewed the girl.
So she has set the bar.
The girl had set the bar. So then he was coming to blow hot air in my face. But his confidence turned over. At the end of the interview, he said, I'm very confident I've gotten his job. So my
told you this.
He told me to my face. So my salary expectation is this. I said, no problem. HR will get back to you. And I was sitting beside my HR business partner at the time. When he walked out, the HR people looked at me and he was like, is he kidding me? I said, I'm literally blown away right now.
Yeah, but this is some guys. It's not like
it's not a measure
not
of
a guy thing.
It's not a measure of a guy thing. But let me just say the reality, especially when you are in a corporate setting.
But confidence itself is a skill.
It's a skill.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But another thing is that it is harder for women to have it.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
Is the society's fault.
It's the society's fault.
See, you know what? I try to avoid blaming anything on society.
It's cultural society.
Society is such a vague, nebulous thing.
It's cultural society.
And you can't exactly allow society to dictate your behavior. It may dictate your outcomes, but not your behavior.
Let me tell you, it's culture and society. The pressure is much higher on women. And Inem, back me up here.
Wait, what pressure? Sorry, what pressure?
Let me finish. So when you are growing up as a girl, there's a lot that is expected of you. You have to assume the role of caregiver, nurturer. Mm-hmm. Especially even if you're not the eldest girl, even if if you're not the first child, even if you have older brothers, they say, oh, the house needs to be. You have to almost Like, and you were the first girl. So you even told me how you were.
I was like the second mom.
Exactly.
The second mom. I do everything my mom's supposed to do for the kids.
Exactly. And sometimes when a guy is the first guy, the first child, you don't see that level of nurturing.
No,
you don't put the guy in front and say, okay, you take care of the house, take care of your sisters, bathe your sisters or brothers. You know,
just tell him you're the man of the house. When I'm not around, you're the man of the house does what? Just eats out.
Wait. But are women more nurturing intrinsically than men? Yes or no?
Yes. Probably,
so maybe that's why I'm playing devil's advocate here. Maybe that's why that role was assigned is habitually assigned to them.
No. No. I don't agree. You know how you said we're talking about cooking some minutes ago before we started. You said
cooking is a life skill.
No, you said it's not something that is natural. I said, see, apart from it being natural, it's a life skill. So the same way parents say, oh, the first child, the first daughter or the second daughter, make sure that you take care of the house, you clean, make sure that your sisters and brothers have taken their bath. The brother, the male child, whether he's the first child, he should also do the same thing.
I agree.
But society pushes it on the female child.
Especially in African culture.
They push it on the female child.
I agree that women are more nurturing.
No, but it's not about nurture, it's about responsibility.
I understand. But the roles you're talking about now are nurturing roles, taking care of the other members of the family and so on.
Let me get to it.
Second question. Do women mature faster than men? And is this intrinsic or extrinsic? If yes.
Women mature faster than men mentally, I think.
Okay, good.
I don't know about physically.
So would it make more sense
mentally
to put more responsibility on the more mature individual?
No, so if it's not about maturity at this stage, I'm saying if you compare, especially in our culture, two families, one has a first son. Even if the first son is 25, the other has a first daughter. Let's say the first daughter is 18. The responsibilities that are put on the first daughter as a girl are heavier than what you put on the first son as a boy. You will leave your other siblings with a first son, right? And travel, you come back. They'll probably have died. You will not feed them.
Yes, because because that 18-year-old girl is more nurturing and more mature.
Why is she more nurturing? You know,
than a 25-year-old.
That's why I asked the question.
No, I won't say it's natural.
I'm saying at the same age. If you're looking 18, probably a girl is more mature.
Do you think an 18-year-old
is about responsibility?
Is mentally more or less or similarly mature compared to a 25-year-old guy or 21-year-old guy?
I would say yes, and you know why?
No, yes or what?
Yes, she is more mature mentally. Why?
I don't know about
the same culture and society we're talking about, because that girl, right from childhood, she's been told, okay, when you're in this, make sure you take care of your little sister. She's 5 years old, she's still, make sure you take care of your
sister. So it's not intrinsic. It's not part of it.
It's not intrinsic.
It is
what you're saying.
It's learned.
It's learned. Okay.
I'm sorry, but you guys have been talking about how, female children are required to do this and do that. What about the male children? We have our own responsibilities.
Like what?
Please name them.
Okay.
When I was 9, 10, I was fixing our generator.
Changing the oil, changing tires,
spark plug.
How often did you have to fix your generator? Was it daily?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Was it
yeah.
Okay, fine. But that's not a regular thing. No one.
Okay. Washing the car.
I would have gone to do it.
Washing the car.
Washing the car has nothing to do with gender.
No, but in most families.
I was watching car.
In most African homes, it's the boys that they are cooking that.
You were cooking because you enjoy cooking, not because anybody.
No.
Sorry. The last thing I wanted to say. From 11, 12, or maybe even younger, I can't remember. I was washing and ironing my father's clothes.
Same.
I was washing all the clothes of our house.
Was it
special? Yes.
You're not talking now. How many clothes were you washing?
So you sit outside with basin and detergent and wash clothes.
Yes. But generally speaking, it's the boys that do.
It's the boys that wash their father's clothes.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about father's clothes. My father used to take his clothes to the laundry. But no. The truth is, because that's the truth.
If I was not doing
my mom will come and drop laundry. Were you watching? Who was watching the household clothes?
We didn't used to have.
Who was watching? So everybody was watching the household.
It was boys.
That's a factor of
the way
the way. I don't know.
I think it's the way you're
because the children is massive now.
We didn't have to pay. It was bedsheets now.
So
What
women,
bedsheet? I was watching bedsheet.
so women
I
cannot
don't
watch
wear
duvet.
duvet.
We don't have, why do we have duvet in
I can't really say
Like,
anything.
hot-
At that age, I was
Did
not
you have
really
duvet in your house in
Yeah.
I didn't
Nigeria?
have
Did you have duvet in your house in
Just
Nigeria?
like-
Oh, okay.
Growing up, AC was the everyday thing.
Okay, let's not quarrel. But front and list.
but his point is valid. Boys had their own
We
responsibilities.
had responsibility. It was a shared.
I agree.
system of responsibility.
I'm not saying that boys had zero responsibilities, but I'm
But
saying
we're saying
that
that girls had more.
the scale of it and the
Girls
weight of
actually,
it,
yeah, girls
there
had
was a
more.
lot more pressure on girls than boys. That's all I'm saying.
I agree
And
with you.
even in just the, I guess, expectation of what the parents had in their head, if you look at some of the responsibilities that they were putting on the girls, it was also very archaic. They expected the girls to be the one doing the traditional female roles, right? And they expected the boys being the ones doing the traditional male
Male
roles,
role.
whatever that,
Do you
like
disagree with that?
fixing generator.
No, but do you disagree with
whatever.
that?
I feel like if as I'm raising my kids, I'm raising them across board. I wish I was taught how to fix a generator, for example. Even though I hopefully would not have needed it because I'll just buy a new generator. I'll not be struggling with a generator. No, I'm saying for me now as I was growing up. But I wish like
You
I
learn
lived
how to
alone
change
from
the tire.
like,
Yeah.
I lived alone from 23 till I got married at 33. So for a decade I was by myself. I was putting on my generator. I was maintaining my house. I was doing everything around the house.
Changing the bulb.
Changing light bulb is not hard. You unscrew and you screw one. As in your house needs you plaster the wall, you paint it. You figure out how to do these things.
But how do you feel about traditional gender roles?
I think that traditional gender roles are valid in some ways. I just feel like you should, even if you are going to in a marriage or in a home, you might have somebody that does something on a regular basis, but you should train your children across board.
I agree.
Don't streamline them
Yes.
to one gender
Okay.
specific task.
Fine.
Keep them, let them be end-to-end competent. Don't
Yes.
separate
But
it
it's
like that.
still okay to let the girls, I mean, if you have girls and boys in the family, even though you train all of them how to do something, when something needs to be done, for example, if there's a flat tire, even though the girl knows how to change tires,
Yeah.
The boys
you
know
would
that
call
they
the,
should
you would
move
call
on.
the
You
boys
can
to
call
go and
the
change.
boys, yes. But the girls should have the skill.
If there's food to be cooked, you would call the girls, even though
Now,
the boy can
let me
cook.
tell you the difference. Changing a tire is once in maybe 3 months or a year that you change tire. Cooking is 3 times a day growing up.
Okay.
So when you now start calling the girl every day, the girl has spent 70% of her life cooking.
Okay.
The boy has spent 0.1% of his life changing tire.
Good.
It's not balanced.
Okay. Washing clothes. Especially when
Washing clothes was not gender specific.
No, I know. But if I was in a household, for example, you have boys, you have girls, there's a heap of laundry to be done. Do you think you'd share them equally, like the girls and boys wash the clothes?
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody's washing clothes in my house.
Absolutely. They wear clothes, so they should wash their clothes.
Well, the way I see it is do what works for you. Traditional gender roles, yeah, I agree with you that everybody should learn everything, but it's okay to say, okay, you know what, as a lady, I'm preparing you for something in the future.
I agree.
When you're in your husband's house, if you decide to get married, I'm not expecting you to
Go and start
to fix the car.
generator.
Like me, I will not fix Skype. My husband.
or carry heavy loads. I don't expect
I
you to
don't
do
carry
Yeah.
things in my husband's
good.
house.
I don't expect
Why
you to
would
do
you
that.
carry things?
No.
But you
when
see,
you have a man by your side, why
don't
should
do
you
that.
can't-
men have
But
their part to play. Women have their part to
I'm
play.
not saying they don't.
And the fact is that men generally do not complain about their parts. On the average, men are the providers in the home, even if there's a two salary household,
Which is
generally speaking. Now, men do not complain, oh, I pay school fees, oh, I do that, generally speaking. And that's why it seems as if, oh, we're suppressing the women and the women have an advantage. No, everybody has their role. You marry somebody who agrees with the roles, each member of the family should have, and then
I totally agree. My pushback to that is that whatever the roles are, they should be balanced. And I think that's what a lot of people forget is that if you take the time to write down the female responsibilities versus the male responsibilities, most times you will find that they are not balanced, and that's where the issue is. So, even if it's a two-income household and there's the man is the main provider,
Yes.
which is fine,
Yeah.
but we're still working the same number of hours, right? You're going to work, I'm going to work, right? I'm bringing a salary, you're bringing a salary. You might be bringing more than me, that's fine, but we're still earning money that is contributing to the running of the house. Now, everything else that has to do with our lives and the children and everything, if you list it out, what are my responsibilities and what are the things that I'm chasing and I'm responsible for? What are your responsibilities? What are the things that you're responsible for? You will find that it's not balanced. And that is why that's what I'm saying. That's the injustice.
It can never be balanced.
It should be almost balanced. But when it is 80% on the woman, 20% of the man, it's ridiculous.
Okay, good. Then let's do it that way. When it comes to bills, everybody contributes. When it comes to cooking, everybody should put in their part. When it comes to carrying heavy loads, everybody should carry heavy loads.
So it doesn't mean every tax should be split. It means that if you list the number of tax and the hours you spend doing tax,
so it should be a spreadsheet. You should open Excel and say, these are the tax.
Not necessarily, but even without the spreadsheet, you have a vague idea of what the woman does. If she's doing 80%, it's a lot on her.
80%.
There are a lot of things that we do about our lives on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So if you feel that we don't need a spreadsheet
Just
to
say
do
Isa.
Auntie. The only thing that I asked both of you is, I feel like there are different brands of feminism in the world.
Of course.
Nigerian feminists. I'm sorry, you had the permission power.
Yeah.
So can I say it's on?
I don't know what you want to say.
Nigerian feminism
So I cannot.
and the rest of the world feminism, I feel like they're very different.
Finn.
Finn, I have not.
But I don't know. I
think that group has.
I don't know.
Do you know Finn? Females in
Nigeria.
Nigeria. There's this group I used to be in years ago.
No. But it showed
was a Facebook
what you're
page.
saying.
Yeah.
The different spectrum of feminism.
Yes.
From the reasonable to the extreme.
Exactly. We were all there. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Females on Twitter who plaster feminism on their bios. The kind of take that they have. There's a term they call that. I can't remember what it says now. Is it not what is the way women hate men?
Misandry.
So I don't know if they are misandrists couching as feminists.
Yeah.
Because they take that.
I think they would even agree that they
So
are.
I don't even like calling anybody that publicly says death to men, I hate men. I'm sorry. I don't like calling them feminists because that's not what
that's not what feminism is.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
it's a wrong label.
Just like all these red pill guys who call themselves men's rights advocates. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're just a misogynist.
You're just a misogynist. Yeah, no.
And a grifter, yes.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't like mislabeling. That's a mislabeling. That's not what, and I don't even want to. I don't want to justify.
My point is that their signboard on Twitter is
feminist.
So that's what.
Yeah, and honestly, it pains me because they are giving feminism a bad rep.
Yeah,
and they are making feminism look like it's about hating men. It's not. It's not about hating men. It's just about fighting for equal and the way me I always think about it when I think about feminism is, if I'm in a situation and I think if the tables were turned, right, will the man be comfortable in this situation? And if the answer is no, then I know that okay, there's something you have to speak up, right? And there have been many instances. For example, somebody telling me, knows I'm married, knows I'm just being like, we're having a conversation, I'm just being nice. And then in an official setting, you're asking me a question like, what turns you on? I'm like, you will never, if the tables were turned, I shouldn't have said that. I never told you that, because, cause problem. If the tables were turned, you do.
You have to on that spread.
No, don't say if tables were turned, because most guys, if tables were turned,
if the tables were turned, a woman would not. I'm not saying a woman would not ask a man. I was saying that if the tables were turned,
Mhm.
how would a man respond? Like, no, what was that? What was I
If
trying
a
to
woman,
Hey!
if a woman in a meeting asks a
I
man
was
what
like-
turns him on,
No, I was like, what is the thing that I can do to make this guy realize that this question is not okay?
report it to
Hey!
HR.
Exactly. Report.
Did you? Yes.
Yes, of course. So you
Was
have
it
to use
Nigeria?
your voice. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're so invested in this.
So you have to use your voice
get
in
it.
certain spaces because when your voice,
What
you
do
let
you-
certain things go.
Chimezie.
Then we will talk about this off camera. But I've told you this story before.
You have never.
I have. Just can't remember because it was a while ago. It was a while ago.
But now the audacity.
But
So wait. So you are in the meeting, people are talking about how to move your company forward. And then what is in guy's mind is to ask you that question.
yes.
Context. What was the
So
context?
context was we're talking about an event, right? That we're planning. We used to do a lot of events, and we're choosing the girls that do the thing, brand
Yeah.
ambassador outfits,
Yeah.
and he was insisting on a very revealing. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. That they are not there for anything. I was like, oh, you know, like if they dress sexy, like more men will buy
Yeah.
more and all of
Provocative.
that. I'm like, but that's not gonna happen. Like, at least not at my events. It's not, and I'm not gonna find girls and dress them like they are.
Trying to sell.
That's not the point of this. This is a brand activation. We have to respect the company. We have to respect the brand. I was like, no, I'm telling you what works. I feel like he'll tell me like you now. What turns you on? What turns you on? That was context. Was
The devil is begging me to be an advocate here, and I'm saying no.
No, it's a stupid question.
Sorry.
Very, very stupid question.
Number one, what he was even advocating for in the first place was wrong. And they're telling me that, oh, when men see half-naked girls, they are turned on. Like me, why is that question relevant?
But you know,
in his mind.
Let's leave the question first. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
In marketing, when they say sex sells,
Anybody want a refill?
yes, please.
Yes, please.
I'll have the other one if that's okay. You want to say sex sells?
Don't just disagree for disagreeing sake.
I'm a very contrary human being.
Don't do that.
I'm a very contrary human being. But you do know sex sells.
No, I don't. Not in this context.
Why?
Not in this context of an activation.
It doesn't matter what context it is. Whether you're selling
Sex sells what?
products, any products, thank you. Whether it's a soda beverage, alcoholic beverage, whether it's
My philosophy as
clothes.
a marketer is if you need to sexualize yourself or people selling your products in order to sell, then you're a very lousy marketer. You don't know your job. Go back to school and learn. So yeah, if you don't know how to do your job and you need sex to sell it for you, then I would just say, go back to school.
But based on what you just said now, I know somebody else who asked you a stupid question like this your former colleague.
I know. But before you
Do you remember the person? The woman?
no, I don't know. Oh, in your family. I remember. But before you say it, should I have some pepper soup? Let's try the pepper soup.
I've tried it also. It's great.
I've been dealing with the jollof and plantain. There's no plantain left.
The plantain has been
That
well
says a
done.
lot.
Chimezie's plantain.
Yeah.
Amazing. Combined with
Thank
the
you.
sweetish segment.
Yeah.
Well, I have not had the egusi yet, but I've had the jollof.
Some are like sweetened. This one is
I'm targeting that.
Yeah.
But you need to try this.
That egusi is loaded with goat's meat. That's properly smoked goat's meat.
Male goat, I hope.
It's really nice. Really soft. 4 of the bone goats.
Nice. I've been eating the jollof, the coconut rice, and this sauce. This sauce is just
I know.
the plantain. In fact, at some point,
That's what I had. I had the coconut rice with it. I'm not saying because I made it. When I made it, I was like, what kind of sauce is this? Because I literally just made it up this afternoon.
are you
I
serious?
literally, you told me that the coconut rice might
Yes.
be a bit dry and you
Yeah.
make the sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do? I literally invented the sauce this evening. So I wasn't
Wow.
sure. But yeah, I'm really happy.
So what kind of
So
sauce is it? What's
It's a bit acidic and sweet, so I put like sweet chili, hoisin sauce, sriracha, a little bit of ketchup,
Oh.
mixed it, threw in some veggies. threw his chicken and seasoned it, and that was
So it's like sweet and sour sauce.
it's a bit acidic. It's giving a little bit of sweet and sour, but this is not how you make sweet and sour sauce. You make sweet and sour with sugar and pineapples.